Hello and welcome to week 14. It has been just kind of a generally hilarious week, so I'm gonna dive right in. Let's start with Natilla. Last time we spoke, she had just been spayed and she was going through her different cones and onesies and all that jazz. She just got her stitches out, so she no longer has to wear her onesie, and she has been in great spirits. She doesn't love the onesie that much, and it kind of slows her down when she's walking around, and she just generally has like a pained expression on her face, but now that it's off, she's actually been really active. And she's been super playful, both with Jackson and I and with the babies, so that's been really fun to see. In addition to seeing this playful side of hers come out, we've also been seeing more and more of her toughness, like what enabled her to survive as a street cat out in the wild. She is a tough cookie, and she doesn't take any crap from anyone. Her interactions with the other cats in the household are fine. Sometimes hit, sometimes miss. We've kind of noticed a trend that she's more likely to act aggressively to the other cats in the household if one of her babies is in the vicinity, or if one of the big cats is playing with one of the kittens. Sometimes Natilla will kind of get her back up, probably because she thinks her babies are being threatened, or she's, you know, being a good mom and a protective mother and all that jazz. But yeah, she is tough. She's very calm and she's very sweet, but like you can definitely see how she made it on her own. Speaking of playing with the other cats, Gandalf's new favorite hobby is chasing the other cats all over the house. And it is so funny. When she's chasing Panko seems to kind of like take it as a game, but I think sometimes Nigel's actually afraid of her. And it's so funny because Nigel's like 4, 5, 6 times her size, and you'd think Gandalf was like a wolf or a dog. By the way, Nigel runs away from her. And that's a situation, and sometimes, you know, Natilla might jump in and be a little bit like, rah. Gandalf, as we know, has been a big fan of climbing screens since we were in Costa Rica, and she is not deterred by the glass windows being closed over the screens. No. She's taken to climbing the wood, like the molding part of the windows. She'll pull herself up by her little claws and just stick herself against the glass. It's a sight to behold. It's hilarious. Interested to see how that continues to work for her as she gets larger and heavier. We'll see. Dave has just kind of been totally blissed out this week. He is just sleeping all over the house in the funniest positions imaginable. He's so cute. We think he's gonna be big. He's not like chunky or anything. I mean, he's the perfect size for a kitten. You can definitely see his primordial pouch and his little tummy, but we think he's gonna be big when he grows up. It'll be interesting to see, especially because Natilla's pretty little. The three of them, Natilla and her 2 babies, have all been really fond of these 2 chairs that are by these glass doors, and they all usually want to sleep on the same chair at the same time, which sometimes they do with varying degrees of success. It's quite funny to watch. And he is, as ever, super close to Natilla, still so snuggly. She's so patient with them, still, even now, which is pretty amazing. Gandalf and Dave are just so big now. They're almost as big as she is. And we're coming up to that 4-5 month range of time in which it'll be best for Dave and Gandalf to be spayed and neutered. So that'll be happening sometime over the next few weeks, which will be interesting. I'm so curious to see how Gandalf does with either a cone or stitches, or who knows. We'll see. Speaking of new things, the kittens are finally kind of almost just about big enough for their harnesses. So we have been spending a little bit more time this week trying on Dave and Gandalf's harnesses. And we're making baby steps. A bunch of you guys on TikTok gave me awesome suggestions as to how to distract them or keep them engaged while they have their harnesses on so that they get used to it. And yeah, that's been sort of hilarious because especially in the beginning, the first few times you put it on, they'll just like fall over or topple or roll, but they are definitely getting used to it little by little. We are following the same sort of methodology that we did with Natilla, for Natilla when we were getting her used to her harness. We had her wear it for 5, 10, 15 minutes a day indoors before, you know, taking her outside or anything like that. We're doing the same thing with the kittens, just with a shorter time frame. So we'll have them wear it for a minute or 2 minutes, whatnot. And we're harness training them because we would like to be able to take them outside, supervised, of course, on leash. And we think that Gandalf is going to love being outside. I feel like she's going to be a fantastic little adventure kitty. I don't know if Dave's going to like the outdoors, but we'll find out. And again, we're taking it slowly with that. We're really trying to let them set the pace. We're in no rush to get them outside. We want them to be as comfy as possible with their harnesses first. But hopefully in a week or two, we can maybe start bringing them out and letting them explore a little bit. So yay! And it's also really interesting because with Natilla, she has no interest in going outdoors. Gandalf is super interested and wants to know what's out there, but Natilla's like, been there, done that, don't need to do it again. That's also been awesome because she was a stray when we brought her home, and we are very thankful that she adjusted so well to being an indoor cat. We honestly couldn't have asked for that to go better. As for the 3 other kittens that have been adopted, I'm hoping to get some videos and some more updates from all the new adoptive owners to share with you guys in next week's weekly update. So hopefully I'll have all that soon. Everyone's doing great so far. That's it for week 14. Be sure to subscribe if you want to follow our adventures or follow us on TikTok or Instagram. We've got some really cool stuff coming down the pike, including a big move. And yeah, I'm really excited to share all that with you guys. So I'll see you next week.